What's up, kids? Welcome back to Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear. Tom Carr back here with you as always, joined by Big Tasty, Joe Higgins, and Jay Luft. And then there was one. Today we are covering episode 10 of season 2. Can you believe it? Neither can we. For reasons that none of y'all will understand, because it's a lot to get into. But it doesn't matter. We're here. That's all that matters. We made it. We're here. We can't wait to get into it. It's been a long road, but it's been a great road. It's been a fun season. And, chaos, sure, but it's the Bear. What are you going to do, right? But, we got a lot to cover here today, folks. As we said, last episode of this season. Can't wait to start cranking on it. Joe, let's start with you this time. Thoughts coming into this one? I know we've all watched this thing probably in the last 24 hours or so. What do you got coming into this?
This is what it's all been building to, isn't it? This is opening night, and everything that can go wrong kind of does go wrong, but also we get a return and we get an ending that, if it ended here, I'd be fine with. Like I said at the end of season 1, if it ended there, I'd have been fine with it. At the end of it here, but it's very reminiscent of Review for the first half of it, because it's pretty much one continuous shot from front to back to house, and then we just get all the little things that the Bear does so well, the little one-on-one conversations, the screaming and shouting. It's a good way to round it out. After last week's build-up, the psyching up of last week, this is your main event.
Well said. Well said. Jay, what do you got?
I'm still recovering from that. Fuck me. I was expecting it to be a tough watch, because I thought, well, it's been not plain sailing, but since Fisher's, it's kind of been quite relaxed, and you can tell something's gonna have to go wrong sooner or later. I pretty much called a lot of the stuff that I was really anxious about. I said, "Oh, I've got a feeling this might happen. I've got a feeling that might happen," and then it fucking did. So that's
Chekhov's handle.
The handle, friggin' Donna not knowing about the baby, and just everything that could possibly go wrong, going wrong, but them getting through it at the same time. And then that ending was just crushing.
Yeah. I saw you in the chat today watching it in real time, and you just kept popping in with comments. I'm like, man, I thought you were past the worst of it, but turns out, no, not quite. So
nope.
It's crazy.
Sure wasn't.
So, Tasty, as the guys have said, chaos abounds once again. But you told me before we started recording here today, you didn't really feel that way. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I said to you before, I didn't feel the stress watching this. It was more of profound sadness. There's a lot of tragedy in this episode. A lot of sort of just people coming to some realizations about themselves, or about their personalities, or about their relationship with their job. I agree with what Joe said before. Just like with the first episode season finale, if this never advanced past this point, this would have been a perfectly acceptable place to leave the series forever. I think it leaves it in a beautiful. I think we'll get into it, but I think it leaves everything beautifully poised to sort of either carry on or to end. And we'll get into it when we talk a bit more about it. But I think there's a lot of parallels to the season 1 finale, but also a lot of very stark differences as well.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on board with everything you guys said. I mean, I don't have a whole lot more to add. It's I did, my memories of the way Richie responded with Carm were different than what actually happened, because in my head, Richie reverted back to old Richie, and I don't believe that he did. I don't feel that he did at all. So
no. I think it's a parallel of an earlier argument they have through a door somewhere, where he just turns in. I think it's when he's in the office, I think, and they're just screaming through the door at each other. But Richie's grown. Richie's screaming, "I love you," through a fridge door. Is old Richie would never have done that.
it is very much it felt like the roles were reversed. Like Carmy was just like lashing out because he was angry and hurt and he didn't know. He even says like about how he's let everyone down and he doesn't know didn't realize his place here until he got locked in a fridge. And Richie's just
now
like
Richie's the emotionally mature one.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Richie's just like literally giving him like the hard facts as well. He's not like he's not saying anything to him that he isn't wrong about. I don't think. I think everything he's saying is completely accurate.
It's the Simpsons thing, and it's that he's right, but he shouldn't say it.
He does call him Donna, which I is a line too far as well. I think.
Like, Carmy's going down that road in this episode.
100%. He's that far from getting absolutely blammoed on wine and pulling a gun out.
It's true. We just gave away the end. Thanks for watching, everybody. We just blew the whole thing. No, I can't wait to get there.
It's the whole thing. Like she wasn't letting herself like be happy, and she was putting immense pressure on herself. And Carmy's doing the exact same thing. So Richie's absolutely right to call him that.
Like there's something that Donna says in this episode, which alludes to a very similar frame of mind that Carmy gets in by the end of the episode, which we'll talk about when we get there. But yeah, it's the signs are there, and I think that's what Carmy's maybe a bit afraid of, because like we know his two main sources of, well, not so much his mom. His mom is a big source of trauma, but it's his mom and it's Joe McHale, which is a very weird, like, two demons to have sitting on your shoulder, admittedly.
Yeah.
Who are you afraid of? Jamie Lee Curtis and Joe McHale.
Right. Well, kids, since we've gave it all away, let's go ahead and backtrack, hit the rewind button, and we'll start back from the beginning of episode 10. The name of this episode is, oddly enough, The Bear. Not oddly enough, it is the restaurant after all. As we've been saying the entire season, right. All episodes dropped on June 22nd, 2023. This one was directed by Christopher Storer and on a story by Kelly Galuska. 10 episodes in season 10.
Her first writing.
It is. I didn't even recognize that name at all. Yeah. But 10 episodes in season 10. We're wrapping it up today, kids. In the previous episode, Carmy struggled to keep it together as friends and family approached, eventually suffering a panic attack in the process. He also managed to finally have a heart-to-heart with Sydney, who did her part to stay on track while also working with the team to maintain focus leading into the big night. Marcus presented his array of desserts to Carmy, with one of them being a heartfelt tribute to the memory of Mikey. And Uncle Jimmy paid a visit, painting a bleak picture of what could go wrong to Carmy, who still has yet to get the refrigerator door handle fixed. Richie stepped up and took charge like never before, and as the episode ended, the moment was upon them, and the new restaurant would be tested for the very first time. And that lays the groundwork, kids, for what we're going to get into here today. We open on a tight shot of Sydney, who's calling the shots in the kitchen as the crew works behind her. She's calling out the orders one by one, asking for hands along the way. She's calm and cool as she goes. And I'm thinking, it's fine. But then eventually, her tone begins to shift just a little bit. And you can see that she's starting to get a little stressed. Everyone behind her is fully composed. They're acknowledging her, communicating. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Everything is good. It's a good sign. We're starting off on the right foot. Maybe it'll all be okay. Fingers crossed.
She ignores Marcus twice when he asks for a count.
How many cannellones all day?
I just said maybe to be okay. Don't blow this for me.
Him. And then he... No, but because I forgot, like, he asked her out. Asked her out, didn't he? And she's being weird around him. And I thought she just wasn't paying attention. She was that focused on that. But then I was like, oh, no, she's just... Maybe she is. Maybe
she's not good with people, as we have...
as we discovered, yeah.
As the kitchen doors open, we go into the restaurant, and it's beautiful. Soft lighting, soft music. You know, we've seen environments like this before in this show. We kind of call pretentious. I don't really feel that way about this. I think it looks great, actually.
I'd hang out there. I'd go for a drink in there. Yeah. Can I just say one thing? One thing I think they absolutely nail, both in the sort of the way they do the set and the way that they display the atmosphere, is the dichotomy between the kitchen environment and the front of house environment. Like, if you ever worked in a restaurant or a bar or anything like that, back of house is a fucking war zone. Like, people are screaming,
half fluorescent lights, like
people are screaming, swearing, shouting, and then as soon as you go outside, it's game face on, it's professional, it's calm. You know, you could have been crying, you could have been screaming, crying, puking in the back. As soon as you take a glass of wine out to the front, absolute stone face. You know what I mean? And they absolutely nail that feeling, that the sort of the crashing of the calmness of the front and like the chaos of the kitchen. It's I think it's fantastic. They really get this. Like, they really get this.
Well said. Yeah, we see Sugar sit down with Pete, who we haven't seen in a minute, not since the Fishes episode, I think. Yeah.
Pete!
She says, "What do you think?" He goes, "What do you mean? What do I think?"
That was like 5
right?
years ago.
It was 5 years ago. So what do you mean? What do I think? I think it's the best. She's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. She goes, think she'll like it? I'm like, oh boy, here we go. He says, I think she's going to love it. And she suddenly notices, shit, the light above Jimmy's too hot. She writes it down, passes the note to Richie. Just like we saw before it ever, this is how it can work when everyone is on the same page. I want to think this was Richie's call, not Carmy's. Richie said, cousin, I got you. I'll take care of this. And the notes are him.
He got front of the house on lock. Yeah. What I didn't understand was she gives it to Richie, who then hands it to Fack. Like notes in a schoolroom. Like, just hand it to the person who needs to deal with it.
I'm here for it. He's schmoozing.
Because Richie doesn't read it. He just hands it off.
That's true.
Well, I think it's because Richie is like greeting people as they come in, isn't he? At that point, he's very much.
Richie's
Richie's delegating. He's doing it.
Richie's doing
remember,
his job.
Remember at the start of first season 1, everyone ran around trying to do everything themselves, and now Richie is realizing that he can just. His job is to manage other people. His job is to let other people do their jobs, that's an important step to get to in a person's career, to realize that your job is to facilitate and not necessarily to do everything yourself.
Listen better.
And it's a weird comparison to make, but we said during Two Nations Entertainment, Ted Lasso podcast, shameless plug, that Jamie made the biggest change of anybody we'd seen on the show. We would never have believed he would have ever been a team player. Dude, a few episodes back, Richie was not suicidal, but he was in the throes of depression. Yeah, dude, talking about, I don't have a place here. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. And man, he's the best thing about this episode. He's freaking great, dude. Like,
he understands what it is. He's found his calling. Like when he's talking to, I can't remember the man's name in the restaurant. He's like, I like serving people. Like, it gives me that feeling of I'm doing something special for someone. And Richie gets it. He's found his purpose.
Well, not to get too ahead as well, because of something that happens later in the episode. But like in the first episode, Richie wants to be kind of like the captain of the ship, so to speak. And in this episode, he very much is like the captain of the ship. Like
he literally gets to steer the boat.
Yeah. He literally like stops the place from falling into disarray at one point.
Yep. Again, MVP.
Yes.
Yeah.
MVP. Yeah.
And if you go back to episode 1 and 2 of the first season, where he pulls a gun on people outside, this is not the same person.
It's insane.
Yeah.
He's schmoozing. He's going from table to table. He's like, he goes to Jimmy. How's everything, guys? Everything is fantastic, buddy. He goes, hey, you were looking sharp, young man. He says, well, thank you very much, Unc. And then we see Donnie Mattias here. And that's pretty cool that they got him back for this episode. Richie comes up to shake his hand. He says, Donnie, thanks so much for coming by. He says, nice to see you. He goes, oh, yeah, I'll see you soon. I love that. That's just so great to me. This guy's a celebrity in their world. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty freaking awesome. I don't know why I'm so happy for someone that's not real.
See Chester? See Chester? Chester's back.
Chester!
Chester's talking shit about the wine.
Yeah. So they've sat in with the facts though as well.
It's true.
Oh,
yeah.
There's one line that one of the facts makes later, and it absolutely set me off. I was laughing so much.
Well, at this point, I think Richie says to, which one is it?
Ted.
But he says like, you went into You went into the kitchen, didn't you? Yeah. Don't go into the kitchen.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say thank you. Don't go into the kitchen. It's not that kind of operation anymore.
So Chester complains about the wine, and Richie shouted at him, "That's a crew Beaujolais.
Yep.
You jack off."
Because he's like, I got better stuff at home. I'm like, there's the door. You're free to leave. Like, why would you say that, man?
I imagine Chester's got a banging cellar. To be fair, I imagine he's got some shit laid down.
I think Chester's he's having a bit of a laugh with him as well. He's like, he's just because also the little bit when Jimmy goes, "You're looking sharp." There's a little tiny, little peacock of Richie, like a little bit of.
And again, but that's the intimacy of that conversation. It harkens back to when they're on the stairs and fishes, and that same sort of.
Well,
and that's when Richie's at his lowest point, like when he hasn't got a job, and that here he is at top of the world. You know, he feels he's got so much more purpose here.
Yeah, he's invincible.
Yeah,
he's got his armor on. He's got his suit on.
Good call. He goes to Claire's table, and he calls her Claire Bear, which is nice. He goes, "How is everything?" Claire says, "Cousin, this is pretty great." He says, "Thanks. We're so glad you guys are here. I'm Richie, by the way." Kelly says, "Nice to meet you." And he goes, "Yeah, right back at you." Kelly says, "We've heard so much about you." Richie says, "Only good, I hope." Says, Claire and I, we grew up together. Says, "That is a fact. He's Carmy's cousin." Richie goes, "I am indeed his cousin, yes." And Claire says, "He loves you very much." He goes, "Well, you know what? I love him very much too, but please don't tell him." She says, "I promise." So he says, "I'll be right back." And then he goes up to Sydney's dad's table.
It's just,
dude, this moment with the soda is the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever because
I want Matthew Matheson to bring a trolley full of curated sodas to my table.
Various pop to my table. Yeah.
So good.
I would pay a significant amount of money for that.
But it's just that thing of Richie taking this 100%, like running to get that pizza, like to make someone's night.
He already knew before Sydney's dad even mentioned. He knew he didn't drink. So
the thing is, Hila just said to Sydney, "Oh, what's your dad drink?" "Oh, he's not a big drinker. He just drinks pop." "All right, fair enough." And off the cuff, sort of thing like that. And he's locked it in, and he's gone and done it, and it's a lovely bit. But it's just the look on Fac's face as well as he comes around punching that thing. Like he's got purpose as well, because there's a great Fac bit later on.
He tells Richie, I'm blown away." He goes, "I'm really glad to hear you say that." He says, "Your daughter is very important to us." It's the same guy that got stabbed by that girl. You know what I mean? Like they were like doing that, right? It's so good, man. He says, "Very special to me too." Richie says, "I just want to let you guys know that drinks are on the way." And that's when he tells him, "You're too kind, but I'm a soda guy. I don't drink." "We are well aware, sir." It's wonderful. The Bear Pop service, Mr. Adamu. It's good. Back in the kitchen, Sid wants to know if Carmy wants to take over. She's feeling a bit swamped. And he says she's good. And I've got in parentheses, he's not listening. Like, maybe that's too harsh so early on, but it kind of felt like she's telling you, I need to breathe. I need to take a break to breathe. And I don't mean break as in leave the kitchen. Let me go over there for a few minutes and I can come back.
Just go and let me go outside 5 minutes.
Sure.
Breath of fresh air. Cry in the walk-in and come back out.
We don't have a cry in the walk-in because you might not get back out.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah. It's a much different episode.
But also,
well, at the same time, I think this is Carmy just trying to push her a little bit and be like, "No, you're okay here.
You're doing fine."
Sometimes it is a case of you just need that reassurance. Sometimes you want to go say, "Oh no, you are good. Don't worry."
Yeah, I think as well, like because like we said in the last episode, Carmy seems to like embrace the almost like he welcomes the chaos. Like
he likes the pressure. Carmy likes the pressure.
And I think he's trying to get Sydney to sort of not necessarily embrace it, but sort of not let
her
to do it. What did they say? Pressure makes diamonds. Like you know, you've got to.
He kind of wants it to sort of like push yourself a little bit more rather than just like the second she needs a breather, just go. I just need to go outside because you can't do that.
You've got to find your limit, and you've got to try and take yourself to your limit and maybe push a bit past it. You know what I mean? You've got to get out of your comfort zone and grow.
Friends and family, like they're not going to complain.
Yeah. Especially
if it's running behind, like Fac's not going to kick off because there's 7 fishes, it's late. Is he? You know, no one's paying tonight. It's fine.
No. So yeah.
But also as well, it like if she can't handle that situation, then what's she going to be like when they've got like the full blown service?
Yeah, when they're doing 2 turns a night. Yeah.
Yeah, It's way too early to be making proclamations. But as I'm going through this in my head, I'm thinking, I don't think she can handle this. And I don't mean yes, she's professional. Yes, she's talented chef. I don't think she can handle this. And like by the end of the episode, I'm still not convinced she can handle this. Like Carmy can. It's just that Carmy gets in Carmy's own way, right? But like with her, there's moments where I'm like, God, she's buckling at the worst times right now. Do you know what I mean? Like
it feels like a lot of it is Sid trying to run before she can walk.
Which is what we've said.
Which we've said like throughout the whole thing. And this is like for the first night, she could have quite easily said to Carmy, Can you do that? I'll watch you, and then we'll try it like in a more higher pressure situation. We can try me doing it, which at least gives her the chance to kind of like fully experience it. Whereas this is the first time from my understanding, that she's actually done that. Like, and Carmy's throwing her in the deep end, and obviously on like a lot less, like a lot more low stress night than like the first official opening night. But it's still like it's still very much unsupervised and very much you've just got to learn this. You've just got to be good at this.
There's also a very interesting point of the fact that she's facing away from the kitchen.
And yeah, and that becomes a big thing obviously later in the episode when Richie comes and helps out.
It's the thing of she's not looking at them, she's looking at them and not what's going on behind her, which is where you need to be looking.
Yeah, because it's interesting, isn't it? Because like you look at when there's the flashback in season 1 with Carmy in the restaurant, and he's doing exactly what Sydney's doing. And then when this season, when Richie's getting trained, and you've got the front of house who's calling out everything they need, like Richie ends up doing later in this episode, and they're facing the kitchen and they're calling out to everyone, this is what we need, this is what we need, this goes here, this goes here, and they're directing like all the floor staff are getting directed to where they need to take the food. All the chefs are getting told what they need to make and how quickly they need to make it. And it shows that, like, again, this is probably Carmy getting in the way of things a bit, because it's all Carmy wants the final sign off on things. So that's by default, that must have been Carmy's idea.
And
it's
it's a really strange one, because it's not a pass. It's the food's behind her going out. If it was a pass and it was going through there and the carriers are on the other side, then have it facing that way. But it's getting picked up behind her. It doesn't make it's a stupid layout.
But then even later in the episode as well, when Carmy's like saying, this is cold, this is dead, you're gonna have to recook it. And it's like, well, if you were able to oversee that properly without you having your back to it, you'd fucking know that.
Oh, right, there's some lobster there that wants going out. Yeah. It's just a little.
Yeah, no, I mean it makes sense. I was back and forth on which direction to turn the table, because part of me's like, I don't know if I want to see what they're doing, because it would distract me. I'd be questioning everything they're doing and not trusting them to work on it.
100%. I can't do that. I can't expedite work like that. I've tried. My brain just can't handle that level of information. I can cook, but when it comes to like logistics, forget it. My brain can't focus like that. And some people can't. And I don't think at that level, when you're doing a 9-course menu.
Wow.
It's a lot to keep track
Carmy asked Tina to cover his station so he can help Sid, and for Josh to cover Tina's station, but Josh isn't there, and Tina doesn't know where he is. That'll come back. Carm asks Marcus to come up and help Sid with tickets while she covers Josh's station. Marcus starts helping and tries to apologize, says she's been weird with him all day and she doesn't want to talk about it. Buddy, Marcus really picked a heck of a time to do this. Like, I know he's irritated. This is a bad time. And the way he lashes out at her, I'm like, boy, that was, if you like this girl, that's a bad move. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Woo.
I mean, Marcus sure picks a time to get fixated on
yes. Jesus Christ, you kidding. Yeah.
Well, in the middle of the service, you're going down, and he's like, why don't you fancy me? And I'm like, mate,
Like maybe
Not
we
the
get this
time.
bread out and then
Yeah,
we'll talk
man.
about it. Like, you know.
When
Yeah,
we're all
but-
having a smoke out the back later, we can discuss it then.
It's crazy though as well, because like he makes it so she's like, I'm just gonna fucking ignore you, and then when it comes to an actual work related thing and he gets annoyed at her about it, it's like, well, if you didn't fucking bring that shit up in the first place, she wouldn't have been ignoring you, and you wouldn't have had this breakdown of communication.
Yes, I agree. Sweeps comes in. Sweeps has no breakdown in communication. He's great. He comes in, says they're getting low on forks.
Sweeps is awesome
He's
in this
awesome.
episode as well.
Says they're low on forks, and he's told that they're using them all. He writes a note, takes it out to Sugar, who's really grilling Pete about whether or not her mom is going to like the restaurant. And she's like, wait, give me the odds.
What are the percentages?
This is, I get it. She just wants this woman's love. It's all in her approval. But she's asking about the odds she shows. And he's like, dude, right? And she's like, what? Nat, I was just going to say, like, you know, how special and cool and great this place is and how I'm like the most proud of you ever. And it feels like he's kind of sidestepping. And then she tries to nail him down. And she says, Peter. And he's like, 75-25. She goes, 75 she shows? He says, 75 she doesn't. And then Richie comes to get Sugar and brings her into the kitchen. And that's when she and Richie start having this great conversation, like two pros who have talked this way to each other for years. And they have not. But you couldn't tell because they're both on the same page. She's asking the right question. She's like, what's the vibe? He says, we're diving. And he says, the food's going too slow. She goes, oh, which tables? He said, all tables. He's like, I got to talk to Marcus. So Marcus, we're down 12 bread sets. We need them now. They got to fucking walk like right now. Richie says to Sid, your dad's on 40. He's good. Sid thanks him. He goes out of his way to tell her that, which I thought was really nice. And Sugar's trying to talk to Carmy, and he's like, remember, you promised we wouldn't run out of forks. And Carmy says, yeah. Guess what the fuck just happened? He says, we ran out of forks.
We've run out of forks.
Yeah, Bear, we ran out of fucking forks. I'm going to buy you a calculator. She goes, Gary? And he says, yes, chef. Go to the closest store, buy every goddamn fork they got, chef. I love that line.
Are you going into a bodega? We got it forks, mate. Like,
I love how their solution is just get Sweeps to just go buy a load of forks.
Sweeps knows people, doesn't he? Sweeps.
Yeah.
He's got a fork guy.
He's got a fork guy. It's in the alley with the denim guy.
Sure.
Interesting that one thing you mentioned before, Tom, was like Sweeps is just handling it. He's like, he's cool, he's calm, he's getting shit done. He's a sports guy. He's been under pressure before. He knows, former baseball player. He's been in team sports. He's been in big pressure situations, and he's got those transferable skills. And you never see him flap. You never see him like running around, screaming, swearing, shouting. Guy just gets it done quietly.
For sure, I love that. Richie says to Carmy, he goes, cousin, gets his attention. He's like, yo, he said, Claire's on 31. He goes, okay. Richie's like, go say hi. He says, yeah, eventually. He goes, eventually. And then Carmy's like, where the fuck is Josh?
I'm in the middle of service.
But it's like Richie knows. Richie's like, yo, just go. It doesn't have to be 20 minutes. It can be 2 seconds.
It
Every
can literally
second
just
counts,
be.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does, but also like.
But here's the sort of dichotomy here. So Richie is mad that he won't go and say hi to Claire, and then Sydney is mad when he does go and say hi to Claire.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, the difference is he goes out with a fucking tea set and he pours them tea.
No, he pours one of the courses. He serves them one of the courses.
Is that what it is?
That's the bone broth and grapes thing.
It's the welcome broth, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Well, yeah, I mean, that's...
Just went out and made him a brew.
Yeah, I thought it was fancy tea or some shit. I didn't know.
So, do you want a little bit of behind the scenes sort of knowledge or spot? I got this.
Always.
I don't know how many know this. So you hear. So they're on table 31. You hear throughout this episode they say PX table 31. So
that's
PX,
thingy, isn't it?
PX stands for Person Extraordinaire.
Nice.
Which is a way to denote. It used to be VIP, but a lot of restaurants stopped using the label VIP because it was recognised and it offended non-VIP guests.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shut up, you shit munchers.
And now we've just fucking ruined that.
To Krusty.
That's a...
Also, there's like I don't know what, a dozen tables in this place. Why is there a table 42? Just
there's table 50. 51.
The 12 lads, come on, and then the bar.
the 3 booths, like, so Cicero's in 51, which is the middle booth.
It's.
I think they must have, so like, this is section 5, so that's 5-1, 5-2, 5-3.
Yeah, possibly.
So like, there's no like, so you're not like, oh, is like 27 on this side or is it on that side? Like, no, that wall is 2, that wall is 5, that wall is 3, middle is 4.
Possibly. Like, it seemed a bit strange, but yeah.
Yeah, he tells Richie, first he says, anyone have eyes on Josh? And then he says to Richie, I'll go when I have a minute. I'm in the fucking shit. Leave me the fuck alone. Richie goes, what? I'm saying. He goes, I'll get there when I can get there. The soft music is ramping up as we go. It's getting more and more intense. And then Marcus blows up and said, that's where I've got her. Well, I may have went a little too early on that, where he's talking to her and she's not acknowledging him. He yells at her. As we said before, it's really weird. By the way, kids, they're calling for hands basically every 2 seconds. It's like the timer in the Fishes episode, if I forget to tell you. They call for hands like every 2 seconds. So, and we can hear it.
Stuff's going out. Bam, bam,
yes,
bam,
we can
bam,
hear
bam.
the ticket machine. Remember that monstrosity from many episodes ago? We're like, oh, God, make it stop. Yeah.
I still have an adverse reaction to that noise.
Yeah. If I haven't mentioned the ticket machine yet, there you go. It's also going through the whole episode. Sugar gets back to the table and apologizes, but Pete's cool, tells her that it's good because she loves this and she's not as pissed all the time, which is a great thing to say. She thanks him, but she has to go fix the toilet. So Richie and Fat come to the kitchen and they get some plates to take out. Carmy is asking for hands for table 31, Claire's table, and no one is coming. That's when he decides to take it himself. Sid just stops what she's doing to ask him if now's the right time, and he doesn't answer because Carmy's smart. He just looks at her and walks the F off. I'm like, that's great. So, and she's like, all right. And in my parentheses, I've got, here we go again, communication breakdown. I don't get it.
I feel like to a degree with that, like, if he didn't think he could handle it for 2 seconds, then he wouldn't have done it. But also, he could have literally, instead of doing that and just taking it upon himself to do that, he could have literally just gone and said hello and then cracked on with what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was kind of nice that he told.
Well, no, it's nice. It's nice that
he was only at the table for like 2 minutes. It wasn't like,
That's true.
I hated it. I worked in a place where they used to make us go out and talk to customers when you were done cooking. I fucking hated it. Absolutely hated it. I would rather have a close-up magician.
How many times
I'd love a close-up magician, man. I love a bit of close-up magic.
No, not when I'm trying to make me spaghetti.
Oh, no, bring it on. Make the meatballs disappear. Fucking give me it.
Oh, my. Sid asks for Fack and wants him to go check on her dad, but he gets sidetracked by Richie, who wants him to go to fix the toilet. He goes, but Sugar is screaming at the toilet, trying to work on it. Fack,
that's just an incredible bit of physical comedy. That just Fack opening the door and just Sugar screaming and plunging the toilet, and then Fack just closing
the door and walking away.
Carmy is dropping off the food to Claire's table and tells her she looks great. And Sugar comes up to him and wants to know if he has any dry clothes. And as she walks off, we hear Joe McHale whispering that he's too damn slow. Here we go.
I love it as well. When Carmy asks why Sugar needs dry clothes, she's like, "Oh, the toilet exploded." And then Carmy doesn't even question this. She's just like, "All right, okay."
It's been a runner, hasn't it? That toilet has, yeah.
I just remembered Richie behind Fack humping him.
That toilet is where she came to. Getting that toilet fixed is where Sugar comes to terms with her pregnancy.
Yeah, she's phoning that guy, telling him about it.
Yeah.
And he still didn't fix the fucking toilet.
No, he hasn't. I think it's just a cursed toilet. Some of them just are.
We hear Vegetables by the Beach Boys. This was Brian Wilson's smile period when things got weird with Brian, but it's a different song for sure.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's not shortening bread over and over and over again.
The kitchen is becoming chaotic. This is the bear that we all know. As Tina presents a dish to Sid, and she tells her to make it again. Tina tries to argue the point, but not rudely. And she's like, well, Carmy said, and then Sid tells her, but I say send it back and cook it again. And she's like, okay.
And Tina tries to, Tina says, so she says, fire it up, cook it again. And Tina's like, but if I do that, we'll be behind.
Yes.
And Sydney's like, well, that doesn't matter. It's got to be right.
Sydney turns to the whole kitchen and says,
which is the core principle of the whole thing.
Says, do I have time to go outside and scream fuck? And they all go, no, chef.
You do it in the walk-in. That's what it's there for.
It felt like she was okay.
It's kind of soundproof.
It felt like she was okay in that moment, right? Like she had full control of her faculties.
Well, she just asserted herself over Tina, and like Tina was like, "Okay, I understand why." I just thought it's not that bad, but it's all got to be spot on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We don't sound
right. Yes. Carmy comes in and he's irate that the 7 fishes are cold. And, you know, it's not real. We've all picked our moments and picked our battles, chosen our hills to die on through this season, right? I feel like this is not real, but I'm like, you're the man, you're the boss, and you are screaming at your number 2. You are screaming, and she's a foot from you. What the F are you doing on Friends and Family Night? Like, he's stressed. He can't process stress. He sucks at it. So he's just going to unload it on her. Because, yes.
Lashing out, yeah.
Yeah, because he all he knows in this environment is fight mode, is dominance, is assertiveness, is, getting his way. Like, we had it with Luca, didn't we? Back when they both worked for Chef Terry. It was survival of the fittest. You have to be the alpha whenever there's a stressful situation. That response, that fight or flight response, comes out of Carmy, and it's all aggression.
Look at as well season 1, where every time there was something going wrong, it was him and Richie screaming at each other, and it's like it's like they've got a little bit of stress, and it's not even close to what it was, but he's instantly just kind of reverting back to that. And you see, obviously, with him seeing a sleep paralysis demon of Joe McHale, and
I think that probably didn't help.
That didn't help. And when he's later on the episode, when he's locked in the walk-in, he's basically just having flashbacks of all the things that have gone wrong there. And you can tell he's harboring so much kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say resentment, but just bad will towards the place even now, because it's just there's just things that seems it's like he's got PTSD from the place almost.
Yeah.
He's thrown everything he's got into this, and now we'll get to it when we get to it.
Whenever things like that happen with him and her reaction is always great. She's always like, dude, her eyes get real big.
As soon as she went, you pointed it out last week, and as soon as she goes, dude, you're like, oh, she's fucking angry.
Yes. And
there's also a good bit here. I don't know if you noticed this, but when he's yelling about the fishes, there's timers going off.
Yeah.
Constantly in the background. And I'm like, it's these fish. I swear to God.
You're right. Yeah. He finally comes down, says he's sorry with the sign language. She apologizes for falling behind.
You can't keep doing that.
She looks at Tina. Did you notice Tina gave it to her because she told her she mouthed?
Tina does it back to her, yeah.
Wow.
But is this not also a kind of generational trauma thing? Of he yells at her, she yells at Tina. Tina makes someone go outside.
It feels like throughout this whole episode, the roles are reversing from the first episode.
Yes.
So Sid is being to Tina the way Tina was to Sid. Carmy and Richie are basically just switched roles. And you can see there's just the people who should have their shit together don't have their shit together, and the people who in the first episode you think they will absolutely never fall in line and help this place, the glue that's holding the fucking place together.
Do you reckon Richie ever took that cork back to the hardware store?
Right.
His car?
Oh, no, Not even the boot. It's like the passenger.
It's in the footwell.
He's probably keeping it just in case he needs it.
You
never
know.
need a cork.
I lost the receipt anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. That thing's gonna be in his car for 20 years, I guess. Carmy walks off, and Sid takes over on Seven Fishes, and suddenly we realize, and it kind of just happens, Carmy is stuck in the cooler. The tickets are piling up, and everyone is looking to Sid. She tells them to hold the work. Richie comes in to tell them the kitchen is a bit loud. Richie came in to tell someone that the kitchen is a bit loud.
They've just been screaming at each other. But yeah, there's some delicious irony in that.
It all stops. And this is where, for me, in my opinion, she can't handle this because it all stops and she's lost. She has no idea what to do. She don't even know where to start. She is completely overwhelmed. And I also have in my notes,
she's lost her take.
Yes. Is this one of the reasons why her other plays failed? Because in the big moments, she froze. Like, I don't know.
And I'll say another thing that they nail in the show now is like in this moment, like the sort of the shot where it's like all the sound drains out and like that feeling of like disassociation and hyperfixation at the same time when shit starts to go wrong and like you can't focus on something, but at the same time all you can see is what's going wrong in front of you.
It's like everything slows down but speeds up at the same time.
Yeah, I think they absolutely nail that anxiety that you get when like shit starts going south in service. Like, that was really well done.
There is a bit where Sugar walks back out to talk to Pete, and the camera, I don't know whether it's intentional, but it does a Dutch angle for some reason, and I'm like, ooh.
I don't think I don't think that's unintentional. I think nothing's unintentional.
No, but it's just as she walks back out, it tilts and then comes back as she sits there, and it's like, is it in that moment? It's all going, and then when she sits with Pete, you've got to put that face back on again.
It has a little wobble. It just kind of goes, no, yeah.
It's just a fun little
I like
bit.
that.
It's like the mask slipping that everything's fine, and then comes back because she's got to keep her game face on.
When we get to Pete's bit, I'm going to have a big cry.
So good. Richie tells her, finally, because I guess he sees you're not doing anything. He's like, I can do it. I'll do it. She tells him, okay.
I love this. The Richie of last season would never manage to be like even when Sydney asks him and he's like, yeah, I can do this.
Well, the difference between Richie and last season and Richie now is that in the last season Richie would have done it,
and then held it over.
But he would not even held it over. He would have been trying to do everything. He wouldn't have been letting everyone just do their part.
That's what you said earlier. Like the difference between Richie now is he understands that he's there to empower other people.
He's there to guide the ship. He's not there to like row guide the ship, man the sails, do everything.
But at the same time, it's very similar to it's the same sort of job that he does when you see him greeting all the regulars and he's holding court in the sandwich shop. He's just taken that energy and applied it in the right way and in the right.
He wasn't making sandwiches, was he? He was just taking orders and taking the cash and busting balls. He's doing that, but at an elevated level.
Like you don't have to.
And he hasn't realised it.
Yeah. Busting balls is just expo. Like what he's doing is just professional. Yeah, he's just busting balls on a professional level.
Yeah. But the thing as well, like which is so night and day, is that like even earlier in the season, like in that situation when Richie's like trying to calm Sid down, he would have been not yelling at her, but he would have been like, all right, Sid, we need to do this now. Whereas he like allows her to take a moment and then goes, okay, what do you need me to do?
What are we doing?
Yeah. And then the first thing he does, he turns
and
the
he
table
takes control of the situation. And
he turns the table around. He literally turns the table by turning the tables.
I love the fact he's got that timer on the clock as well.
Yeah.
I love the fact he got a button that you can just do that.
Yeah.
Like play Tetris on it or something.
5 minutes,
he's like, right, 5 minutes, okay, let's
5
go.
on the clock. Yeah, let's go.
It's the bit where they're both staring at each other, and he's like, she's like, I know she knows it's new Richie, but this is a big thing to hand it over to Richie.
I love that.
The man she stabbed in the batty.
But in that moment, that Richie displays like true like.
But he's just
good
like
leadership. He just
I can do it.
Soaks. soaks up all of her anxiety and all of her fear. He takes it all on himself, and it's like, oh my god, he's become like the leader, like such a good. I've said this so many times. He's become such a great leader.
And remember as well in the first season when Richie when she stabs Richie, like that's Richie trying to do this and help out and just get all hands on deck.
Yes.
And this time it's like to show how much he's grown. He's all right. I'm just gonna stand here, stay out of everyone's way.
Yeah, and he's doing it in a more focused,
direct. He's like
he's
like a conductor when he's doing it.
Yeah, and he does. He turns the table around, like you said, Joe. So he's facing the orchestra, and he's there in the pit, you know. And it's the same thing. He's given the sermon at the front of the church now, except instead of the guy with the man with the golden cock, it's the kitchen
for catcher for table 10. Yeah. It's a really good bit. My one weird thing as well is like, why are there tickets coming through for individual courses? I didn't understand that. Because that's how I've never worked like that. You would get a ticket.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Yeah, because they're writing it down, aren't they? Like it's the whole order, and then they're crossing off one dish at a time.
No, they're getting individual tickets.
No. I mean on the A4 paper on the
desk. It's a tasting menu, so you're going to get all of it.
Yeah, so you just need to know how many covers and any substitutions. That's what you need to know.
I guess. It just weirded me out that there was so many tickets coming.
I think that might have been done for a bit of effect.
It just annoyed me. Possibly. Like, that noise is just.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's like to kind of indicate, all right, that table's done with that.
Table's
one.
Away.
Now they're on to this course sort of thing. If it's a tasting menu.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, no, Richie in this moment sets that timer, and then bam, out the gate. And he's doing the exact, like you said, he's doing the exact same thing. He's busting balls. He's making jokes, but he's getting shit done.
He's keeping the energy up. He's keeping the vibe right. He's keeping morale up, which is
he's being calm and positive at the same time. And that's such like a shift for everyone who's at that point stressed out because they're in the fucking pits.
Yeah. It's a big moment. She tells him,
"Should have gone in there."
I was gonna say, she tells him to drive. She says, "Richie, drive." Nice. I love that. And that's when "Animal" by Pearl Jam cranks up. Really good placement.
Which was on the end of the first episode after Richie had shot his gun and Carmy and Richie had basically told Carmy to go and make the spaghetti, and then this starts playing.
It's crazy how far we come. He's crushing it. Yeah.
So there's another. I don't know if we've gone past it or not, but there's another musical callback. The song "Spiders" by Wilco plays at some point when I think it's when everything's going a bit off the walls.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we last heard that song in the one take shot in review.
Nice.
Yeah.
When everything was going to shit.
Richie's crushing it, calling out the orders. The kitchen is popping. They're getting back on track. It's all clicking. Meanwhile, Carmy is screaming "fuck" in the cooler, and all he can see in his head is back when it was the beef, like you guys said earlier. It was all falling apart, but that's not what's happening. They're carrying his restaurant as he's stuck in the cooler that didn't have to be jacked up. If only he had made the damn call. And he did not. This is his fault, no one else's.
So what's interesting about this is that I feel like Carmy's biggest fear is that if he takes time away from the bear, everything's going to fall apart.
And I don't think it's that. I think it's if Carmy takes time away from the bear and it doesn't need him, then what becomes of him?
That too, but I think a lot of it.
I think in Carmy's frustration, being locked in the freezer, in the fridge, it's more of a loss of control, him not being able to affect the situation more than him worried about what's happening. All right, he's got that fear, as you can see from the flashback, that nothing's going right, but everything is going right. Everything's fine.
But also, like, if Carmy wasn't locked in the fridge in that situation, we've already seen what would have been happening. He would have been screaming at Sid. Sid would have been screaming at him. They both would have been screaming at Tina.
Richie would have come in. He'd have told
Richie yes.
Yeah. The fact he's not there and everything's working ires him, I think.
Maybe that's his real fear, is like, because we talked a lot about like characters in the show, like worrying about where they fit in and what their place is. But what's Carmy's place if everyone can just do the job without him?
Again, it's Carmy and Richie's roles are reversed. Like Carmy wants to know what happens if they can just run this place without him having to be there all the time. And whereas Richie was like wanting to be like kind of like the guy who helps.
But at the same time, Carmy's scared because he's ruined his life for this career. And I think his biggest fear now is that it's not been necessary or worthwhile.
Yeah. So, but it's like Richie wanted to be the man when, like, first episode, Richie wanted to be the guy. He wanted to be the person running the whole place. And Carmy was given the restaurants. Now we go to the opening of the restaurant that's named after Carmy. That's Carmy's restaurant. And Carmy's locked in a fridge and everyone else is running it for him. And Carmy can't be the man.
I mean, can you just imagine, like, it doesn't come up. It would have been funny if it did come up. Imagine, like, you've got some, like, big dick food people at this night tonight, and, like, real top dollar guys. Imagine if one of them was like, "Oh, can I meet the chef?" Sorry, he's locked in the fridge.
Yeah. Go talk to Fact.
Yeah. Sugar comes in, offers.
Fact's got some Fact's got some Japanese soda for you.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Sugar comes in, offers to call the guy, the fridge guy, and Sid tells him no, but she can help, so she starts helping. Fact comes up, and Richie tells him that he's front of house. He tells Richie, "Are you nuts? It's scary out there. I'm scared.
It's scary out there." And then
I love that.
Right? Any other time, Richie would have called him
a dickhead
or something. But no, he holds him and he looks at it, he's like, "You can do this. Like, it is scary, but you go out there, you read minds, you do what we do.
Pour water, pour wine, read minds."
Yeah. And Fact's like, "Yeah," like powers up and he's back out again.
He says to him as well, "You're a nice guy, Neil. You've got this.
You've got
and it's like really sweet."
It's a beautiful bit. The only downside is when he go back out, Fact's just got his head in those flowers at the back. And I was like, that's my second favourite Fact bit over that time where he's just staring at the wall like a dog.
He tells him, he says, "I've never done this before." And Richie goes, "I've never done this before. But it's New World Order, pal." He said, "Don't be scared. You're going to be fine."
New World Order.
It's really good. Richie's stepping up, taking charge, getting it done. They're on top of it. Meanwhile, Carmy is yelling in the cooler and banging on the door. Can someone go talk to him for 2 seconds to say, "Boss, hang tight"?
Let's just say, "Yo, dude, we got this. It's fine. Don't just chill.
Just
chill.
Give us 10 minutes. We'll get you out." Right? But we're in the middle of service. We're under control. We're nearly on desserts. It's fine.
Like, you know that they know he's in there. Does he think they don't know I'm in here? You've been screaming the F word for 20 minutes. What are you doing? Like,
why is he going to the walk-in the middle of service?
He went to grab something, but I don't remember what it was.
So, I've got a point.
The counters should have been stocked up. Josh has not done his job. We know why.
Yeah, I've got a point to that. Yeah. So, typically, as you said, Joe, they should all have been prepped before service. So the fact that someone's fucked up here and not prepped enough, so Carmy's had to go to the walk-in to get more, is a breakdown. It's what happens when you prioritize meth over cheese.
Spoilers for later.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, so to speak.
No, because it's you know how many you're not getting walk-ins. You know how many you prep for that many.
You have 85 servings of bread, 85 servings of prawns, 85 whatever.
And it's all ready to go. So the fact that he had to go in there.
55 tacos, 55 pizzas, 55 fries.
I'm trying to do a thing.
I got the callback. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweeps comes back with the forks, and they're all on track. Richie tells him to keep it up.
I could just leave.
They'll all be smoking.
Oh, shout out! We missed it before. Shout out! We got a little cameo from Manny and Angel in the.
Yeah, we did. I didn't even mention him.
Yeah. When Sweeps brings them forks in and just dumps a bag of loose forks that he's got.
They weren't even in boxes, so he just come in like a burlap sack full of fucking.
I reckon
forks.
Sweeps just put a call in, and some lads have just robbed houses for forks.
What restaurants do we know that haven't got good security?
I just wanted Manny or Angel at one point to look up there and go, "I'd like to have a suit. When do I get a suit?" You know what I
mean? Nah, good KPs, man. They know
That's
their
true.
Role. Yeah.
Rich tells them to keep it up. They'll all be smoking cigarettes soon. It's a good line. So
it's a good line. It's a proper Vietnam battle speech. That one, isn't it? Like,
Keep your head in the game, boys. We'll be out of the mud soon. Yeah. Carmy's
We're drinking iced tea on the lawn back home.
Black Hawk Down, right? So Carmy is seeing Mikey in his head, his mom, and Joel McHale, because, again, like you said, why not? Telling him he should be dead. Christ. And we think he's actually in the restaurant for a second, but it's not him, just a regular guy. And we see Sid's dad, who's...
I mean, if you squirt tart lemon in your eyes and squint, it looks like Joel McHale. I just wouldn't allow anyone in with a goatee, just on the off chance.
I mean, that is very much it. We've got Joel McHale at home.
Because
that
my
reveal,
wife went.
like,
yeah.
that reveal was so fucking good though. Like I legit like jumped out my chair when that like revealed it was all in Carmy's head. I was like, you fucking lunatic.
No, because my wife said to me, she was like, he's not really there, is he? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I know he's not really there.
I didn't know, and then when
No. But I mean, we don't even know what his beef is with Joel McHale, apart from the fact that Joel McHale's a piece of shit.
I mean,
that's probably it. Yeah. We see Sid's dad, who is smiling at his dish and shaking his head as if to say, "Man, this is awesome. She did it." You know what I mean? So cool. He's such a proud papa in this episode, man. Yeah.
Well, I always got a thing for a man in a suit with like a trench coat over the top of it.
It is.
It's a good look. So it's a bold look. If you bring it back, we couldn't do it now, but it'd look weird. But of a man of a certain age, he looks like he's put his best clothes on.
Yes.
He's made an effort, and it's nice. Also, the food in this, right? It looks tremendous.
I would kill a man for that steak.
That steak. I mean, I'm not a big fan of having a bone in the middle of the plate. I don't give a cack about that.
I'll have the one that's eating fucked up. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the food that's going out, it looks...
I've never seen a T-bone served that way before until this show, but that's kind of cool. Conversation piece, if nothing else. So, yeah. Fact sees Pete by the bar.
Yeah, what are you going to do with that bone, though? Like, get rid of that. Just give me the meat.
You could engrave like the show that you're going to's name on it. Yeah, maybe.
Stick two of them together. Use them as a boomerang. I don't know.
Fact sees Pete by the bar, and Pete congratulates him. This is a great moment. Fact tells him, "You're going to make.
This is when
you're going to make such a good daddy." And Pete thanks him, and then Fact looks at him. Did you pick this up? Fact looks at him and goes, "Okay," and then walks off. Like it's a very clear break.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very good.
Well, I think he's very much like, oh yeah, I can't actually talk to him because I'm front of house right now. I need to go and talk to everyone.
Yeah. The way I read it was like Fact's going, okay, I've said a thing to Pete, on to the next person.
Yeah.
And then he'll go and talk to Claire and be like,
he wants to get a trolley of like exotic sodas out again. That's all he wants to do.
Right. Adorable in this, but he needs Richie over him.
One shoe's dropped already, kids. Now we got the other one dropping because Pete sees Donna smoking outside. The music is beginning to amplify the moment, and Pete's face just falls. Without saying anything, Pete knows the gravity of this and fully realizes how bad this can maybe get. Even this guy who thinks the best of everybody knows, oh God, here we go. Like,
this is the time we've seen Pete in a sort of non-punchline.
Yeah.
So hands up, who had Pete as the emotional core of this episode? Before they
not
watched it.
I rewatched it and I went, oh no, not this bit. Yeah. Because before this point, Pete's always been the punchline of the joke, hasn't he? He's always been the one that no one really liked and stuff. And yet, he absolutely...
Here he is about to carry the entire episode in one scene.
Yeah. And it's like you said ages ago, so it's like the bear lives in these little moments between two characters.
Yeah. And this is one of the very best ones.
Like, oh, it's beautiful.
And I love how like the very troubled matriarch of the family, who's a powder keg idling at 8 all the time, is basically one-upped by the guy that everybody kind of laughs at and snickers at behind his back. And he ends up being the most mature, most level-headed, most responsible, and she's much older than him. But in that moment, he's the adult and she is not the adult. Like, she's not acting out, but he's like, because she makes the comment, I can't take it. He's like, what do you mean? That expression? What do you mean you can't take it? Like, it's in my head, if I keep talking after, what do you mean you can't take it? My next line is, fuck is wrong with you? But like, it's pizza. He won't say that. But to me, that's where that leads.
No.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But he just leaves. But again, he just leaves it. He just lets
does.
it hang and lets Donna fill the space.
It's implied, yeah, but
yeah, she says she's proud of them and loves them, but
it's yeah, I was gonna say.
So there's two things she says that are really like tragically like profound in this exchange. She's one. You pointed out when we chatted before the show, Tom. She said something like, "I don't know how to." What is it? I don't know how to like tell them that
I love them.
I love them. Yeah.
Or show
Which
them
is,
I love them.
yeah. And then she keeps asking Pete, "Tell me it's okay."
Yes, tell me it's okay. Yeah.
Like she's basically saying she basically wants Pete to say it's okay. You don't have to come in. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to come and see them. Like,
and it's insane. Like, but also like fascinating the fact that she doesn't want to go in because she says they're succeeding without me. So
yeah, she doesn't want to ruin it for them.
I don't want to ruin that. But also, if you go back to the Seven Fishes, like the whole thing, even though she wasn't in control because she was drunk out of her fucking mind and driving a car through a wall, she was very much like, I'm cooking the meal, I'm providing, I'm putting all the food on the table. And then she's going into the restaurant and the kids are doing it for her, and it's almost like she's scared of being replaced.
Ooh.
Oh, is that not what Carmy was worried about before?
Which exactly is what I was. That's the point I was getting at. Is that like literally, it's like a mirror image of Carmy. So, later in the episode when Richie calls Carmy Donna, it's bang on the money.
Yeah, it's two things. It's that, and it's not being able to tell someone that you love them, and that's two things that Carmy has in spades.
Yeah.
Carmy
there's no way Richie would have known what Donna had said. Richie didn't say it.
No, but he knows what Donna's like, and he knows.
Oh, I know. But it's
he knows Carmy's acting like her.
Yeah, he.
But but Pete.
And also, Richie's a mind reader. He would have fucking known.
But Pete in this scene, he's just like you say, Tom. He's so mature. He's so understanding. He's so tender. He's so like he's so empathetic almost. Like it takes him a little while to like, because like you say, at first he's like he can't grasp it. He's like, well, why don't you wanna? What do you mean you can't take it? You can't take their success. And what she means is no, she can't take ruining their happiness.
She doesn't want them to be on tenterhooks because she's there essentially.
Yeah, she knows what she does to them, and like she's reached that level of acceptance on this. I don't know if she's on a sobriety journey at this point or not, but she's at that level now where she's gotten past like being the nightmare that she was in Fishes, and she's at least in this moment she understands the problem.
Yeah,
I think
and she's
like,
the problem.
I mean, obviously as well, we haven't seen like how she's like dealing with grieving Mikey, so that's something that I imagine we'll probably get addressed.
Since we last saw her, she'd lost one of her sons, you know.
And I mean, maybe she is on a sobriety journey. Maybe she doesn't want to like go there, let loose, and fall off the wagon sort of thing, and then ruin it for them that way. There's the very like really heartbreaking part of this is when Pete brings up the baby, and it turns out that Sugar's not told her, and she didn't know she's going to be a grandmother. Not only does she not know she's going to be a grandmother, but she's not far away from being a grandmother.
Jay, I haven't.
Yeah, because they've known for a while, and they haven't told her, and that's like that must be so painful to hear.
Yeah,
like
her face when he says it, and she goes, "Oh, it's you and Natalie."
Jay, I haven't done this to you in a few episodes, Jay, but since it's the first time for you on all this, did your heart drop when that happened? You're like, oh shit, they didn't tell her.
I had to take a break from watching from that after that scene because it was like fucking hell. That's a lot to happen in like one little like 2-minute scene,
right?
And then the follow up as well. Like I need to like just take a moment. Yeah, it was really fucking emotional, that scene.
It's really good. Yeah. We go back inside the restaurant and the clock is down to 17 seconds. They finally get to the last ticket. Richie kisses it, yelling, "Fuck you," when he's done. He catches himself and realizes he might have been too loud. It's a great moment.
You know what, though? That is a man. If you're working under that man, you would run through
You
a
bet
brick
your
wall for him.
ass. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
At that point, yep.
Yeah. They pulled together and they made it happen, no doubt. We see Carmy in the cooler. He's just sitting there defeated. Richie tells Marcus to go find the new kid who's behind the restaurant smoking meth, because that's what Josh is doing. Good old Josh.
Marcus coming out, muttering to himself, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's just got crack pipe on the go, and he's like, "This is wild."
I love that Mark's like, I
Yeah,
think I'm going to have to fire you. And he's like, what for this?
It helps me work.
He says, "I'm going to have to go check."
And I was like, I'm going to go and check. He just goes back in.
Hey, the guy says, "Why are you being so weird?" I'm like, he's not the one smoking meth, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You mean to tell me you don't smoke meth?
Also, he's been gone for 15, 20 minutes of a shift.
Quite about a time, yeah.
Yeah. How much meth he doing in that alley?
And also, in the next few moments, kids, we're cutting back and forth like a madman between scenes. So try to stay with us here. But Pete gets back to the table and Sugar's coming back to the table apologizing. He says she doesn't have to, and he is losing it. Chris Witowski is great in this scene. He's a very emotional.
This breaks my heart because he has this horrible secret now.
Yeah, he's carrying all that weight now, isn't he? That the dollar put on him.
So, do you think part of him's upset as well, though, that Sugar's not told Donna?
No, because I think he knew. I think he knew that Sugar hadn't told Donna. I think he just fucked up in the moment.
Yeah,
because when he says
no,
it,
I don't.
No,
I don't.
You see his face as soon as he says it. He realizes he shouldn't have said it.
He goes, "Oh, yeah, like."
Okay.
He was just because he's had a glass of wine. He's out having a meal. He's been talking about the baby. He's been talking about the baby all week, hasn't he? And he just said it to one more person.
Neil's just going, "You're going to be a great dad."
But he also told her. Remember, he said, "I thought Sugar told you." He thought she knew. So, like, Jay, I'm with you. I think he's emotional for that too.
Did he, or was he just trying to cover? Now that you'd said it, was it?
I don't think so.
We'll never know.
No.
They'll have spoken about it. Sugar and Pete.
With respect to Pete, he doesn't tell Sugar that Donna was outside. No. Crucially.
No, he holds it in like a man.
Yes. And then
he's just gonna go home and scream. He's just gonna go home into his garage next to the chest freezer and
just saw some wood just for a couple of hours, not for anything, just because it's a good thing to do.
For us, some brisket.
Yeah. No, it's a horrible thing that he now has to contain this secret that like your mum came out, she wanted to support you, but she just cannot. But she does love you, but she can't tell you she loves you, which
she says
the weirdest thing.
She says as she's walking away though, like that I'm gonna call. I'll call them. I'll call in, just not tonight. And maybe it's that she wants it to be a bit more like. It might be a bit easier for her when there's not that many people there.
Yeah, when it's not like a big thing. It's not the family night. It's not like, you know.
We know what fucking Uncle Jimmy's like as well. You know for a fact he'd be staring the pot. And whereas like if she goes in and it's just the two of them, they can like make food, sit down with her, actually
have a chat
as a family, as opposed to like them all running around like lunatics and they're sitting there just watching them. And what does she do? She's like not got someone engaging her. She's probably gonna drink.
Yeah, well, like we said, we don't know whether or not she's on the wagon, do we? So
she seems very sober when she's there, to be fair.
And Pete has her back.
She seems extremely sober.
It seems like she's there to apologize, basically.
She seems like she's like on her best behavior.
Hasn't reached that level where she's able to apologize.
Pete has her back too, telling Sugar it's a lot for her. Maybe you shouldn't be so hard on her. And Sugar agrees with him. Like if that comes from Pete, listen, because like Pete's not blowing smoke. Pete don't say stuff to make you feel good. Pete's being honest. Like
Pete's a dude.
Like, Pete's got no filter, but in the way that he will
right.
never lie to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark.
He'll never tell you what you want to hear. He'll just give you his honest opinion, like all the time.
Marcus tells Sid about Josh, and she's surprised, of course. She gives him a line, but I couldn't make out what she said. It seemed like a really good one-liner. But
well, she says she just goes, "That is wild."
Because Marcus goes like, "I know we've like been at odds today, but I've got someone that'll bring us back together again." So Josh is in the alleyway smoking meth, and she literally goes, "That is
like, should I fire him?" Well, yeah, you should
what
fire him.
What else do you say in that situation? How else do you respond to that? Like,
I should fire him.
I should fire him, right?
Tina asks Carmy through the door if he's okay, and tells him they're doing really good. And he asks her if she thinks he's done this to himself, and she doesn't know what he means by that. He follows it up by asking her when they started buying Heinz mustard instead of French's. That's a very small thing not to Carm. That's another sign of he's not on top of his restaurant, which that's not necessarily true, but that's how he feels. Like, yikes.
Why were we using the big tins of tomatoes rather than the small tins? It's why are the shelves on the wrong side? All these things that he has let slide. If he doesn't, last week they changed the mustard and he didn't know about it, and he's supposed to be the man that signs off on everything. And he feels like he's let himself go. He looks across and sees the tape that's been torn and not cut. And all of these things that he's trying to implement, that would not have stood if he was paying attention.
I know this is not the show we got, but like imagine a Mikey who's sober doing this with Carm and how much smoother this night goes, because he would have followed Carm's lead. He believed in his brother so much. I think he would have followed Carm's lead, and Carm would have been awesome. Like, whew, that would have been fun to watch.
But then also the whole reason that Carm went to become such a good chef is because Mikey wouldn't let him work in his restaurant.
True.
So,
true.
Arguably, without Mikey being the way he is, then we wouldn't have got Carm the way he is.
Let's stop fantasy booking the bear.
I refuse. I refuse to do that.
Brother.
Sugar is
cousin.
Yeah, Sugar's hugging Pete and tells him she thinks I think I work here now. And he's like, well, you're good at it. So he's encouraging her, which is good. This is maybe my favorite moment of the whole episode. Richie says there's a surprise on 51. And Sweeps takes it out. It's Uncle Jimmy's table. And Jimmy says, no, thank you, Gary. I'm good. Not tonight. Gary says, Mr. Dramovich insists. And Jimmy's like, oh, he does he? And Gary takes the cover off, and it is a chocolate banana. And it's a reference back to episode 6 when Jimmy told the story about his dad getting them for him when he was a kid. Richie remembered this and did this for him. And Uncle Jimmy is emotional, and I got emotional because it's awesome.
It's a lovely little bit. Again, it's that thing of Richie. It's all in there. Like he does remember it.
And again, it's a callback to that conversation that him and Richie had on the stairs.
Yeah.
And I mean, Oliver Platt absolutely kills the scene. Like he absolutely murders it. He does an absolutely incredible job. He's oh my, the wash of, you see the emotion like wash over him, don't you? And it's like he goes back to his childhood, and it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. And I think because Cicero's in a weird place, isn't he? Because he sort of wants the place to succeed, but at the same time, if it doesn't, then he gets something out of it. So he's sort of maybe a little bit.
Cicero's in like a win-win, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, but so Richie's thinking is probably like, we've got to get him emotionally involved here, emotionally invested. We've got to get him to buy in, like, to what we're doing, because we're spending his money on this mad shit that we're doing. Like, Richie's job is to spend money on mad shit to make people happy.
Yes.
And Cicero's going to hate that unless they get him on board, and like this is the first step to do.
Well said.
I honestly thought it was a chocolate willy at first, and I thought it was Richie having a fun prank, like, and then I was like, oh no, it's not. It's a lovely bit though. It's
I love how they just have a code. It's just a surprise on 51. They don't say what it is, just surprise.
Yeah.
Carmy is still talking to Tina through the door and says that he spent opening night of his own restaurant in his own cooler stuck because he didn't have reception when Tony called. By the way, that's bullshit. That's not what happened. You had a month to call this guy and you didn't call him. Just saying.
And it's Terry.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Terry, not Tony.
Yeah. Can't even remember that, right? He also complains about the art and the shells in the cooler, and he says that he let them down. Then this is the part where we jump. Claire and her friend, this is Kelly, of course, they ask Fack and Ted if it's okay to go back and see Carmy, and they both say probably not. It's good. Probably not.
This is my favorite line of the entire.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly what you're about to say.
Fack tells her that. Go ahead, Tyson.
So Fack tells her Jabba's got his ass. He's in there solo. So if you're not a Star Wars fan, this is in reference to when Han Solo was frozen in carbonite
100%.
in The Empire Strikes Back because Carmy's stuck in the fridge.
And at the same time, he and Ted both say
That's
Han Solo. That's good.
I love the fact that, like, because he doesn't want to lie to her, he's just like he's saying it in like riddles.
He's skirting around it, yeah. She's like, just tell me what's happening.
Yeah. Tina tells
tells
Carmy through the door that it's not Tony, it's Terry. Terry is the fridge guy. This makes it worse for Carmy, who says maybe I'm just not built for this. And meanwhile, Sid is looking at the printer. By the way, I'm trying to figure out what this is. Maybe it's just a psychological thing. She can hear it running.
Yeah, so I think I think she's just envisioning more orders coming in because she's having like a sort of like anxiety thing, and like even though the service is done, because Richie's cleared all the orders, like we know we're good, like but in Sydney's mind, she's just got this like anxiety, this stress anxiety of it's still happening. Like what if she's gonna be dreaming about this for the next 2 weeks?
You're gonna hear that noise in your sleep.
Yeah, she's gonna wake up screaming every night for like the next week.
And it's awful.
With that ticket machine. I still have stress dreams where I'm in a shop that I used to work in and it's really busy and I'm not on top of things.
Wow.
It never leaves you, that kind of stuff, because it's the most stressful you can sort of be. And but I think that's what it is. Because I was like, just put some paper in it and it'll print them out. But it's end of service.
But you start seeing them coming out and the tickets just like fuck.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah, that's good.
I think this is the bit I think where she's kind of in over her head.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Well, she's just overstimulated. She's just her brain just shorting out now because she's worked through all of this stress. And here's the thing, Joe, as you well know, this is just the first night. This isn't the end. This is the start.
This is the first step.
Yeah, like so when she's like saying she wants to take a minute, and then she ends up having to work right through the whole thing. And then it catches up to her. Like, if as we said, if she's gonna get like that here when this is probably the most relaxed it's ever gonna be, then how's she gonna handle like a fully booked restaurant with like
this is life now. Like, this is your job. This is every day.
This is every day for you.
But also the other side of it, it's the same with Carm. Like she's exactly the same with Carmy in the sense where they both want to be that person. They both want to be the big I am. They both want to be the guy.
Carmy like flourishes under that pressure. He puts himself under that pressure because he knows that's what he needs to function.
But
when she does it, she can't function under it because she gets too in her own head about it.
But they do it in different ways. So as you rightfully said there, like she does it where she can't flourish under the pressure, and Carmy does. But Carmy feels like he has to fix everything. He has to have control over everything. And those two elements coming against each other aren't good. They aren't a healthy way to run a place. Especially when you see the second that she kind of gives over control to Richie in the service, everything starts working completely fine. And it's almost as if she kind of realizes, okay, well, if I don't necessarily need to be like the head of the sort of chef, so to speak. I can be a line cook and still be really fucking good at my job. But Carmy, it's almost like Carmy wants her to be that role so he can be more of an overseer of everything. When in reality, they just need to kind of like address
work together.
And work together,
yeah. Sid steps out. Then she finally takes a little break and asks Tina to go up front for her. Sid throws up out back. This happens many times, the throwing up. And Fack and Ted hit on Claire's friend, hit on Kelly, and she's very much into both these guys. I'm like, what is happening?
Oh God.
I do love the fact that he calls her hat a beret.
Yeah, when he says "I love your beret," and but she doesn't like correct him. She goes, "I got it from France."
Yeah.
So is she the friend who got dumped when they go that
I think
house
so.
party?
Isn't that her? That's what I was thinking too.
Oh, now you're asking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check.
I couldn't tell
It
you.
It sounds right. That's what I was
Let's check
thinking too, but I
IMDb.
didn't go look it up.
I'm sure her
yes.
name was Kelly.
Yes. By the way, kids, Carmy is still talking to the door, but doesn't realize Tina has walked off. And the conversation's about to get.
So as Joe said, Carmy's like, right, no one said anything to me for like 5 seconds. I should probably just dump all of my relationship insecurities into this empty door.
Yeah.
Just in case. I'm sure my girlfriend will not be on the other side, even though I know she's in the restaurant.
Also, Tina does him so fucking dirty by
Tina
by not saying, "Oh, by the way, Carm, here's Claire."
Yeah. Oh, no, even all Tina's got to say is, "Oh, really sorry, Carm. I've just got to go handle something out front.
I've got to go do something." Yeah, like.
Don't worry, there's a guy on the way to get you out. You'll be like 5 minutes.
I'll be back in a minute. Right. Don't spill your entire guts out.
Don't talk about your relationship insecurities, whatever you do.
Don't
just
you
for 5 minutes.
dare say anything bad, Carmy.
Yeah,
It's also nonsense anyway, because walk-in fridges have a release mechanism on the inside.
They do.
For safety reasons. This is the 1970s.
They never show it.
Well, that fridge might be from the 1970s.
They never show it, yeah. He's saying that the reason he's the best is because he didn't have any of this bullshit before. And what was he thinking being in a relationship? He could concentrate. He had a routine, and he had cell reception. He's talking out of his ass here, kids, is what he's doing. He says he didn't need to provide any amusement or enjoyment or receive any amusement or enjoyment. Now he's starting to sound like Donna. I'm saying he's completely fine with that. There's no amount of good that's worth how terrible this feels. It's just a complete waste of fucking time. And we hear a soft voice.
Right. Can I?
Go ahead.
Can I make a point? I don't know how much stock you can put in what someone says when they're stuck in a fucking fridge.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just.
I don't think this is admissible in court, in relationship court. I don't think you can use this as a reason to break up with somebody.
I don't know,
because he's having kind of a panic. He's having kind of a breakdown.
I mean,
I feel like you can have that, and your first inclination is to not push the person away that's the closest to you. You can have a panic attack, and your first.
He doesn't know she's there.
But I'm saying your panic attack doesn't have to include, and it's because of her. Like, I don't know. I just, yeah.
But it's not because of her. It's not because of her.
Yeah,
he never blames Claire. He said it's his fault. It's his fault for letting himself get in. It's his fault for trying to be happy. That's the point.
He's basically saying he's taken his eye off the ball of the restaurant. And
because he pursued his own personal happiness, and he said, look, no amount of my personal happiness is worth how bad this is making me feel because I've let everyone down.
I guess, but buddy, if
and I'm no Carmy, I'm no Carmy defender, so I'm not gonna say this because it's
If I'm her, I'm getting hurt. I can
understand
this, for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. But at the same time, like, I feel like. I don't feel like this is going to be them breaking up. Obviously, you guys know more than I do, but I feel like this is more, all right, we're going to have a conversation.
Let me explain.
Because Carmy's like been locked in a fridge for what we assume is about an hour at this point. And
he's not even draped meat over his shoulders to keep himself warm.
He's not even made a meat cloak yet.
Yeah. Even Stegall did that in Under Siege.
Oh,
yeah. But he's
What's
clearly
for lunch, Casey? Subs.
He's clearly like getting in his own head about everything. I mean, he's hallucinating fucking Joel McHale in the corner.
He's having his little road to Damascus moment, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. He's having a bit of a moment. He's again, as we've kind of like said, he's losing control over the restaurant, which is the one thing that he felt like he had. or he felt like he'd finally got by deciding to rebrand it as the Bear, and then the biggest night in like the place so far, and he's stuck in a fridge while everyone else is just getting on without him and doing better than when he was there helping out.
Yeah, and well, she says to him, "I'm really sorry you feel that way," and of course she had walked up when he didn't know she was there. He calls after her, but she walks away. I mean, dude, at that point, again, I'm not on his side here, because I'm thinking, what are you calling after her for? This is what you wanted. No. She's obviously going to be done now. This is what you wanted. Like he flat out told Tina that's what I wanted. Like, no, I got no sympathy for this guy, man. Like I get.
It's the thing of though, you don't want to hurt Claire.
No, but
like. But also, Carmy is such a wet wipe. He would have kept this going to the detriment of himself because he's too afraid to hurt someone's feelings like that. He can yell and cuss at Sydney, but like he can't do it the other way. This was the one bit of the entire thing that I was just like, you wouldn't keep talking if you were talking for 5 minutes and you got nothing back. You didn't go, You'd stop, wouldn't you? You'd just like, I'm just going to eat some tomatoes or something. Like,
yeah.
You wouldn't be like, and here's what's wrong with the Welsh. Like, you just wouldn't.
Richie walks up and asks her what's wrong. I love this, by the way, because we thought we were going to get all Richie, and we did not. She just thanks him and tells him it was really beautiful, and she walks off. And he gets that look like, what the hell? So he goes to the cooler door and says, didn't scream. He just says, Carmy, what the fuck did you just do? What'd you say to her? Very mild-mannered. And that's when Carmy starts yelling at him. And he's saying, shut the fuck up over and over and over again. Get me the fuck out of here, please. Richie says, oh, yeah, I'll just get you the fuck out of here, Donna. So, who thinks that was over the line?
I thought that was over the line. But...
No, I think Carmy needs to hear it.
Yeah, Not at this moment. Not at this moment, mate.
No, absolutely at this moment when he's a caged animal.
This is kind of like an intervention from Richie here.
This is like a fucking come to Jesus moment for him.
Oh, it's the new Channel 5 show, is it this? Like, fridge intervention with Alan Carr. Like,
every week, Ebon Moss-Baccarat locks someone in a fridge and calls them a name that will like make them react like Carmy does here.
That's good.
And much
like Carmy's had a rough night. Calling him that is just, I don't know.
Much like other weaselly bastard Nathan Shelley, Carmy spits on the fridge door.
Oh, I've written in my notes, dirty boy. I do not like spitting, as it's been well established. In a fridge, someone's got to clean that.
Fridge, on your fridge. That's your fridge. Like,
yeah.
That's what.
To be fair, he's gonna need a new door after they have to get the fucking.
You just wedge a door chair against it. Be good for a couple more months.
Yeah, and then Carmy goes to places he shouldn't go. He calls him a leech, mentions his kid taking low blows, and Richie, like you guys said before,
he says he calls him a loser. He says, "Yeah, you're a leech on our family. You're a loser. Your kids, you failed your kid."
Well,
and then Richie hits him with the fucking Uno reverse card. He's like, "Yeah, I had to bury your brother without you."
Yeah. What's interesting as well is that earlier in the show, like in this episode, when Richie's talking to Claire at the table, and she says, she says, "This is Carmy's cousin," and Richie goes, "Yeah, I am," and then Carmy says, "You're not my cousin. You're not even related to me," and he says, "I love him. Never tell him. I'll never tell him."
And then he screams at him like 4 times through the door.
Yeah.
Like a reverse Saint Peter. Yeah.
But it's literally as well though, like the roles reversed of Carmy and Richie from at this point last season when Richie gets arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they're shouting at each other and like Richie kind of realizes, oh, you're actually all that I've got.
Yeah. He tells Carmy, he said, "I hope you freeze to death," which is pretty mild compared to other stuff that's been said here.
Yeah.
At this moment, yeah,
Meat cake.
this is what I got.
But
Go ahead.
at the end of the day, though, Richie's treating Carmy like Carmy's like a kid
Yes.
having a tantrum. So,
And he's
like-
he's in the naughty room.
yeah, and Richie's got a child, so he knows how to deal with that.
Well said.
Richie's been that himself. He knows he's literally like, all right, well, this is what Carmy would have done when I was being a dickhead. I'm going to just do what he did to me, and let him realize how it felt, but also like how humbling it is.
Yeah, that's true. I love that actually. Richie's in control here for sure. At this moment, Carmy is alone. He knows it too. Richie has really gone out of his way to change, to become a better man, to become a better friend, to do everything he can to help the restaurant. And this is how Carmen repays him. Carmen is at his lowest point right now, knowing that his dream has been ruined because he fucked up. He can't blame anybody but himself. He can't blame Claire or the reception or anything stupid. This is all on him. And when he checks Claire's voice message from the episode prior, and it's amazing, and she's him-hawing in the sweetest way before, because she's wanting to say, I love you, and she finally says it, and he just throws his phone. I'm like, boy, you really fucked up. Like,
You done messed
Ooh.
up big, son.
That's like the fact that like it's dragging out, and you know where this is going.
I mean,
And
she
Carmy-
starts it with, I still have a massive crush on you. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
here we go. She's going to say it.
Yeah.
And then Carmy
But
sat next to
before
that
she says
door, covered in spit.
But before she says it as well, though, she says, Mikey would have been
That's
so
gutting.
proud of you.
yeah.
It's like literally all the shit why Carmy should not be being such a fucking little
Yeah.
bitch like he is here.
Totally agree. I totally agree. Yeah.
So just to give you a bit of context for, again, this is pinged straight off the Wikipedia page, but it's an interview from Jeremy Allen White with Deadline Hollywood. So talking about the scene and sort of the Carmy in the fridge scenario. And he says, control is so important to Carmy, and to lose control in just one fell swoop of that door closing is agonizing, and then not being able to be there. And then, of course, I feel like Carmy's mum is kind of off limits in arguments, and that's like an understanding that Richie and Carmy have. It's a place you don't go to. When Richie slips and calls Carmy Donna, I think that's the real trigger, and it's the beginning of the end. And then Moss Bacharach said, yeah, I'm glad the portrayal of the character is not so basic and TV-like that he spends 4.5 days at a Michelin-star restaurant and all of a sudden he gets the Cinderella makeover. So he is still fallible. He's still prone to that little spike of anger like we see in this scene.
Well, he saw Carmy happy. He saw him and
Yeah.
Claire together happy. He saw Claire leave, upset, and he's like, "What the fuck have you said?"
And not for nothing.
And then, like, he's trying to help him. He's like, well, maybe we can fix this. It's not impossible.
I
and he
think-
just gets grief. And, Richie's still Richie.
I think as well, though, like, Richie's been accountable for the fact that he wasn't perfect. Like, and he even though he's massively improved, he's still accountable. That, like, that episode where he goes around apologizing to everyone.
Yep.
And
Richie,
saying, like,
Richie in this is like Chandler in Friends. He's the only one who understands he's a bad person.
Yeah. And but
and he accepts it because he knows what he is and he's comfortable with what he is.
But basically, like, for the entirety of Carmy, like, starting to feel sorry for himself in that fridge, he's not been accountable for the fact that it's not because he's happy with Claire. It's not because of like this or like his phone signal. It's because he's not been doing it. Like, even when he's been at the restaurant, he's been like vacant. And he's not taking accountability for that. So when Richie actually calls him out on that, it's and obviously he brings Donna in, which is like kind of off limits. But when he like kind of calls him out on it, it's like, well, maybe you should actually just like take a look in the mirror and actually realize, no, you aren't pulling your weight. Everyone's saying it, and there's stuff that you should have been doing. The stuff that you said you wanted the final say on that you've not had the final say on, and the restaurant's opened and it's not to your liking, and whose fault's that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've no one to
And
blame but
you know,
yourself.
back to the Donna thing real quick. I know we've talked to death, but like, in my head, I'm writing my own story, and I'm thinking, Richie's even at his most volatile, he's not so dumb. He has watched how she has talked to the family over the years, and he's heard the things she said. And like, so when he hears Carmy talking, like, yeah, it slipped, but maybe he was thinking, yeah, this your mom talking. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
It is the thing of, I don't know if it has slipped or whether it was a perfectly executed.
Yeah, I think
pistol.
Richie's had that. I think he's had this in his pocket for a while.
He's had that in his locker for years.
Yeah. I think he's like.
That's the break glass. That's like in case of meltdown.
Yeah.
This is the nuclear option. Like break the glass,
Yeah.
hit the panic button.
He's in a locked fridge, so he can't get me.
But also, like, how do we know that Richie's not done that to Mikey as well? Maybe he has.
Mikey and Donna are
different relationship.
Well,
we
don't know. We're getting into hypotheticals with that.
No, but what I mean is that they're both addicts. They're both very similar to Carmy in that sense. And Richie even says, like, near the end, I was always arguing with Mikey about like running this place.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe Richie's done that to Mikey as well, and it's like that's why he felt so comfortable just saying it to Carmy like that.
Yeah. Marcus opens the package from the episode prior, and it's a note. Inside's a note from Luca that says, "Make it worth it. Good luck." And he signed it number 33, in reference to the Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan conversation from episode 2, Honeydew. So that was pretty cool.
Nice little throwback.
Half a World Away by REM is playing. They love REM on this show. A lot of REM.
They really do.
It's the perfect like melancholy.
It is melancholy.
Like, end of episode music.
Someone needs to take that mandolin off Pete Buck though. Like,
yeah, enough's enough, man.
Pack it in, man.
It's like the harmonica on the guy from Counting Crows. You can put it down now. It's enough. We're done. Or no, I'm thinking of Blues Trap. I'm thinking of Blues Trap. That's what I'm thinking of. Remember that band? Like, put the thing down.
Big fat dude.
Put it down.
Yeah.
You don't need it. Stop.
You don't need it. Less is more. There's no way to make a half.
I'm just saying. Fat and Sweeps are eating on a bench outside in the restaurant, and a guy is cutting open the cooler door. A lot of little moments are happening here.
Did you notice Fak had like loads of food down his tie?
No, but it makes sense.
He had like he had just like, I think because he's eating a cannoli, isn't he? And he's just like got
something. I couldn't work out what it was, but yeah.
It looked like a cannoli, but it looks like he's got like cream or sauce or something all over his tie.
Yeah.
Oh, we've missed the whole bit as well where Sydney's gone
it's
out,
next.
run out the back, and he's just hewing up.
Yeah, it's next.
Wins. Was it? No, because that's when the dad comes out next, isn't it?
First of all, we've got Sweeps enjoying the crisp refreshment of Stella Artois.
while they were under a massive Stella Artois banner.
So that was actually paid product placement.
Oh, nice.
Good.
It was. Says on the start of the episod, product placement in the
contains paid placement. Yeah.
Sydney is she's still throwing up behind the dumpster.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you get wife beater in America? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's classy. It's imported.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a nice beer.
It's a premium European lager. Joe, come on.
It's semi. I've been to one of the best steakhouses in Chicago, the Gibsons in Chicago, and they serve Stella Artois on draft, and it's like the fucking yuppies go mad for it.
Yeah.
Wow, and they don't know that that's like flat roof council estate fighting juice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's semi-imported, mate.
I mean, I like a Stella, but I can't drink a lot of it because it makes me want to fight. Oh, come on. I'd rather have Stella than Carlin, mate.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
there
true.
Again, to be fair, I'd rather have a hole drilled into my face than so.
Yeah. Same.
No lager should taste like pork.
Pork lager.
Just my one rule.
It's just the one. Sydney's still throwing up behind the dumpster. As her dad comes up to find her, she asks him how the food was, and he says, incredible. And he says, it's the thing. That's the conversation from the last episode where he said, he wonders if this is her thing. You got to find your thing. He tells her this is the thing. He is so impressed with his daughter. If nothing else, she impressed him, which is very cool.
It's a lovely bit.
Yeah. Richie's outside smoking.
There's a great bit as well where she goes back to vomit and then just goes like like that at him.
Yeah.
Like we've all done when you've had a drink and you're throwing up and you all right? Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, and she finally gives him a hug, or can give him a hug. Richie's outside smoking, and Marcus hangs up the sign on the wall that says "Every second counts," which is what Lucas sent him. So that's pretty cool. We see Marcus's phone, and he doesn't know it. Ooh, his mom's nurse has called him several times in the span of 10 minutes. Yeah. So perhaps.
And left a message saying, please
call me ASAP. Yeah. Yes. Sydney's dad tries to hug her again, but all she could do is throw up. And finally, he goes to hug her before he leaves. Carmy is stuck in the cooler, and all I could think of is Claire as he's finally cut out. Sydney's outside, smiling, takes in some deep breaths, and we fade to black.
There's something that someone says to the guy.
I totally missed it too. Yeah, I didn't have closed captioning on, so I totally missed it.
So I can tell you a bit about that guy. So the guy who cuts Carmy at the fridge, it's a guy called Steve Hull, who is actually the construction coordinator on the set.
Beautiful.
Oh, lovely.
It's well done.
I mean, it was a hell of a
Steve,
look.
You want to be in the show? All right. Like, it's pretty cool.
Boiler suit and a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
It's a bold look.
Oh.
I mean, you need a man who can handle power tools, because he's like really, like, you can't fake that. He's really cutting that door.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The last notes I have...
The
last notes I have here is the show is known for its chaos, and at this point, we all expect it. But the hope was that finally there would be some relief, perhaps from the constant turmoil, and that everyone would be on the same page. Everything was fine until it wasn't. And in the end, the guy whose vision that brought us here is the one that ends up self-sabotaging. So there you go.
So what's interesting as well with the last scene, with it, because it goes back to Sid, doesn't it? And she like takes a deep breath and then it fades to black.
Yes.
I mean, obviously you guys know what happens, but I'm assuming that Sydney kind of realizing even though her dad's just like this is the thing, she's kind of realizing, oh shit, I'm in over my head.
I genuinely cannot remember.
Me neither.
Mate.
Yeah,
honestly,
she looks as if she's like pleased that her dad said that, but also like very, very, very worried.
I think she's just naturally quite an anxious person. I think she's just a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's probably the wrong profession for her, to be honest.
Yeah.
But also,
she got to grow real fast if she wants to do this.
Yeah.
Every night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It might be the fact that her dad has got that belief in her now. That's the thing that
Yeah, maybe she was just a bit overwhelmed and a bit nervous. She was cooking for her dad tonight, and that was a big deal for her, wasn't it? And
I generally, from this point on, I've seen them, but could not tell you what happens.
I'd forgotten a lot of this one, actually. Yeah, that whole restaurant scene was like the pit and trading places where it's just an absolute mayhem. Just freaking, you can't breathe. You know what I mean? Crazy. Kids, episode 10 is in the books, which officially closes our regular episode run of season 10, leaving only the season review to come for season 2. Let's see, Joe, we kicked off the show with you. Let's kick off the final thoughts with you here. What's your final thoughts on this episode?
As I said at the start, if it ended here, it would have been perfect. It's one of those things that everyone has grown and developed in ways that we have, from the first season, Richie to where he is now. I never thought about Carmy being such a whiny bitch until it was pointed out to me. But yeah, he is, and he's supposed to be the one that you like, isn't he? But again, this is your big episode, isn't it? This is your season finale, and I think it nails every beat that it needs to get. And also shout out to Pete for like standout, just sad boy performance.
Yeah, Tasty, what do you think, man?
Yeah, man. As Joe said, Pete killed it. Jamie Lee Curtis kills it. Richie kills it. Everyone kills it in this episode. I saw a really good little snippet. I said to you before, Tom, a lot of parallels to the season 1 finale, but also a lot of differences as well. So season 1 is all about the chaos sort of clearing and like an uplifting ending, whereas this has been all about sort of coalescing of the calm, and then we had a big traumatic episode at the end. Like the trauma comes at the end. It's something that just raises its head back up. Someone said so. James Poniewozik of the New York Times, when he was writing his review for this episode, described the difference between the first and the second season. He said, "The Bear is no longer a war story that takes place in the kitchen. It's now a sports story that takes place in the kitchen."
I don't hate that.
Which I thought was quite a nice a nice way of looking at the differences between the vibes of the two seasons.
I like that, actually. That makes a lot of sense. The only guy whose opinion that really matters, though, sorry, New York Times, is Jay. Because Jay, every time we watch one, we've seen it, you haven't. How are you going to wrap up season 2 here? What do you think?
I think that was just as stressful as Fisher's, that episode.
Wow.
No.
Just because it, even though Fisher's, it was very like claustrophobic and very like it was basically like a ticking time bomb. With this, it felt like everything, you knew everything was going to go wrong. You just didn't know when it was going to go wrong. And then when it did go wrong, it didn't go wrong the way you thought it would have gone wrong. And it was just like, and every time, all right, we're out the woods now, something else would happen that would be even worse. And yeah, it was a brilliant episode, especially that sort of like 5-minute scene at the start where it was just like one shot, just like following different people around the restaurant. But yeah, it was a very, very difficult watch, that episode, and I'm very intrigued as to where we're going in season 3, because I think a lot of people are going to need to have a little look in the mirror and realize that maybe they need to take a different approach to this place.
Yeah, it's a lot of work in that kitchen, kids, and a little bit of work here, but this is good work. This is fun work, and we hope that everybody has enjoyed the ride thus far. We've sure enjoyed doing it for you, and this has been a fun time for me personally, and hopefully for the other 3 guys here as well. But we are officially wrapping up season 2 here. Next week, we'll be back with the season review, and then you can expect a little bit of time to pass as we get busy working on season 3. So, yeah, it takes us time to produce like it takes the big boys in Hollywood, right? So next week, just look out for the season review. Probably be a very quick episode, just kind of being us, basically capping off everything we saw and like our highlights and favorite moments and whatnot. So
we say that, but
yeah, we end up getting long-winded.
It invariably ends up talking about Chris.
Yeah, we tend to get distracted, so it happens. It happens, but
it's my job.
Yeah, well, there you go. Kids, thanks so much again for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Remember, please check us out on the YouTube. If that's probably where you're watching this at. So if you haven't hit the follow, please follow, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff on the YouTube. Check us out on boingstudios.com. You'll find links to the other podcasts these gentlemen host, and you'll find links to all the shows in the Boink Studios family. Lots of good stuff there to go check out, kids. We got content dating all the way back to 2014. Nothing's behind a paywall. We cover every topic you can possibly imagine. It's all there, free to listen to, follow, subscribe, and like and share and all that good stuff. And we appreciate it. Be sure to follow us on all the socials at Bear Mode Pod. One word. And again, as always, kids, thank you so much for your time and attention. We do appreciate it. Catch the season 2 review next week. And until then, we're going to get out of here. But for Big Tasty, for Joe, for Jay, I'm Tom. And we'll see you next time, kids.